Introduction to Basic Metal Casting Aluminium Pre-made Product. What is casting? Casting is a manufacturing process in which a liquid material is usually poured into a mold which contains a hollow cavity of the desired shape and then allowed to solidify. The solidified part is also known as a casting, which is ejected or broken out of the mold to complete the process. Application of casting. First, transport, such as automobile and aerospace. Second, heavy equipment, such as construction and farming. Lastly, household, such as appliance and kitchen. Safety equipment for casting process. First, use apron to prevent any injuries during the casting process. Second, use gloves to protect your hands from heat and molten metal. Lastly, use heat-resistant face shield to protect your face from exposure to heat. Preparation. In this video, method of casting process that will be performed is an open casting. Tools and equipment that need to be prepared are 1. Coop and drag, but in this process only coop will be used. 2. Pattern, make sure it's single pattern. 3. Red sand for creating an open mold. 4. Fine powder. 5. Trowel. And lastly, 6. Mold rammer. In DIY video, I'm using Pentoy as coop, garum as single pattern, plasticine as red sand, talcum powder as fine powder, wax as aluminium. Lastly, pot and boil for double boil process. Step 1. Melting the aluminium. Firstly, turn on the furnace, then put raw aluminium into the furnace. It will take 2 hours to melt the aluminium. In this DIY video, I will use double boil process to melt the wax. So, firstly, crush the wax into small pieces. It will reduce time the wax to melt. Then, put water in the pot. Turn on the stove and wait until the water boils. After the water boils, place the wax in a bowl, then put the bowl into the boiling water by using a pliers so that our hands will not burn. Stir until the wax is completely melted. Then turn off the heat. Slowly move the bowl out of the pot by using the pliers. Step 2. Making a mold. Insert pattern into coop and apply a fine powder around the pattern before putting the red sand. So, in this video, I will apply talcum powder before I put the pattern because it will easy to remove the pattern later. Use a rammer to compact the red sand, so I use my hands to compact this plasticine. Flatten the surface of red sand and then rotate its position from top to bottom. Clean the surface of the mold and remove the pattern slowly and carefully from the mold. Place the mold near to the furnace. Make sure the mold is aligned with the molten pouring path. Step 3. Pouring the melt aluminium into the open mold. PPE and safety precaution must be applied before starting the pouring process. Pouring the melted aluminium into the open mold. While for DIY video, I'm pouring the melted wax into the open mold. Step 4. Solidification. Let the melted aluminium in this open mold become solid. So, I left a few minutes to let the wax become solid. This is the premier product that have been produced using aluminium. While this one is the premier product that have been produced by using wax. Step 5. Trimming, cutting and finishing. Make sure the temperature of the casting product is within normal temperature before touching it. Hot temperatures can cause injury if touched directly. Cut off all any excess chips by using a hacksaw or using a hand grinder. Premier product now ready to go to the next machining process.